Hello there, this is Welsh ASMR 82. Hey, how you doing? So as the title of the video suggests, today we're going to be doing one in our little series that we're doing on most populated cities using Google Earth to help us out, where we'll eventually on the top 10 zoom in on the different cities in question. So today we're going to look at the top 10 most populated cities in the UK. And I'm going to start off with the top 25, so we give some honourable mentions, plus honourable mention goes up to Swansea, which is my city, which isn't even in the top 25. But we do get a Welsh city in there, and surprisingly it's Cardiff, obviously. Okay, so we'll make a start, and as I say, well, I'll give a nod to the top 25. When we get to number 10, we'll start to zoom in and take a closer look. I hope you enjoy this ASMR video, and you find it relaxing. Okay, so number 25, we are going to just take a glance at Reading. And Reading is just here on the what we call the M4 corridor. The M4 which goes past my city of Swansea up to on the way to Carmarthen, all the way through South Wales, and goes past Bristol, Swindon, Reading and Slough into the M25 around Orbital, around London. So that's Reading just there. Reading has a population of 229,000 people. Northampton is next. Northampton is, now this is where I'm going to test my, there we are. Northampton is here, which is on the M1. Milton Keynes is there, Rugby is there, Leicester, which we'll come back to later, is there. So Northampton is here, and that has a population of 230,000. Next up is Plymouth, much easier to find because it's on the south coast. I was thinking of Portsmouth for a second, yeah, Plymouth. So Plymouth, oh, have I got it wrong? No. Exeter, Torquay, Dartmouth. Maybe I have got it wrong. In my head it's like around there, maybe it's not. Portsmouth, Southampton, Eastbourne, Hastings. Hang on a second. Oh, there you are. I knew you were there somewhere. Plymouth here, which has a population of 241,000, according to the article. I had so many articles, and they all said different things. So this article is from 2022, and we're going to use this one, so feel free to say, oh, this is in this position, this is in this position. Nowadays, 3 years isn't too bad. So Plymouth here on the south west coast of the UK. That's 23. 22 is Brighton, we're staying down south. And where are you? Portsmouth, Eastbourne. Sometimes they don't always pop up straight away. And I think to myself, I know it's around here somewhere. I'm sure it's around Eastbourne, Seaford, Shorn-by-Sea, Worthing, Littlehampton, Bognor Regis. I had to use the search function, it just wasn't showing up. So Brighton is on the south coast. I'm not going mental, I have been there. And then Hastings, Eastbourne, Seaford, Worthing, I've done that. This is Brighton. And that has a population of 242,000 people. Next is Portsmouth, staying in the same area. Portsmouth here has a population of 248,000. So it's just down south there, that's number 21. Then Derby on 20. Derby is Derby has a population of 264,000 people. And that's number 20. Then Southampton is number 19 with 269,000. And that's right next to Portsmouth, so Southampton is here. And 18 is Stoke. I'll try and find Stoke on a map. Come on, Gareth, you can do it. Stoke. I'm feeling there's like... So there's the Avon. So, Stroud, Swindon. My brain says it's around this area. I might have to cheat. Okay, I'm officially going to cheat. Hang on. It's a little more to the north than where I was looking. So Stoke, or Stoke-on-Trent, its full name, is here. Oh, Alton Towers is over here. Very good theme park. So that's Stoke, not far from the Welsh border actually. Just a bit above Birmingham. I thought it was south of Birmingham for some reason. People from Stoke are like, what? Stoke has a population of 277,000. And number 17, I know exactly where this is, Newcastle, quite to the north. Newcastle upon Tyne, which is the river which went through it, which has a population of 282,000. Then we have Hull, which is not a million miles away on the Humber. So Hull, which isn't actually, it has a fuller name, doesn't it? Kingston upon Hull is its proper name. And that has a population of 289,000. Then we have Nottingham, where we saw earlier on. Here. That comes in at 15 with a population of 312,000. Next up, we venture away for the first time from England and we go to Northern Ireland, because Belfast, the capital of Northern Ireland, has a population of 329,000 people. Beautiful city, absolutely stunning. I loved visiting it. So that is Belfast at 14. 13 is Cardiff, so we venture away from England for the second time. Cardiff, our nation's capital, Wales's capital here. That is at a population of 351,000 people. Okay, that's 13, unlucky for some. Number 12 is Bradford. Bradford, if I recollect, is close to Leeds. Yes, it is. Here it is. Bradford is here, very close to Leeds in the north, and Bradford has a population of 361,000 people. That's number 12. Number 11 then, Coventry. Coventry is, off the top of my head, it's going to be like there. So not a million miles away from Birmingham, which we will come back to Birmingham, but not for some time yet. Indeed. So Coventry is at number 11 with a population of 369,000 people. Okay, let's do a deep dive then. So number 10 with a population of 471,000 people is the city of Leicester, which is located here in the Midlands, quite close to Birmingham, right in the spine of the country, smack bang in the middle. Probably one of the furthest places from the sea. Or maybe because of Wales, maybe Wolverhampton is. I'm just going to use a very poor measuring stick. Yeah, I think Wolverhampton's the furthest point from the sea in the UK. Or maybe Northampton. It's hard to say. I think Wales. Okay, Leicester. Let's take a look at Leicester then, with its population of 471,000 people. And I've never actually had the pleasure of visiting Leicester. This is apparently Richard III, the King of England. The town hall. Very nice. Very beautiful little clock tower there. It must have the canal system going through it as well. Christmas lights. That is Leicester. It's nice. I think this looks really pretty. So that's Leicester in the middle of the country at number 10. Number 9, let's venture away from England for a little moment, shall we? Our first of 2 stops to Scotland. Embarrassingly, I've never been there. So you have the islands up here, which are part of Scotland as well. Now, similar to a handful of countries I can think of off the top of my head, such as Turkey, Brazil, the United States. In Scotland, the capital isn't the largest city. New Zealand as well. So Edinburgh is the capital, and it comes in at 9 on our list, but it's actually not the largest city in Scotland. We'll come back to the largest. You'll probably guess it if you know your cities. This is Edinburgh, and is a population of 508,000 people. I believe, although I've never visited, I'm heavily influenced by a friend of mine who was born there. It is believed to be one of the prettiest cities in the UK. Let's see if that is true, shall we? If I remember correctly, oh god, that's quite picturesque. If I remember correctly, there are just lots of hills and castles and monuments. Oh my god, so pretty. Wow, incredible. It is on my to-do list, and it's just moved up in my to-do list. That was Edinburgh, ladies and gentlemen, and that is in Scotland. That is at number 9. And we're going to Leeds next, which we looked at earlier when we looked at Bradford. Leeds also claimed to be a very pretty city, with a population of 503,000. Which is weird, because that's actually fewer people according to this article than in Edinburgh. Maybe they got their order mixed up, I don't know. So whichever, Leeds maybe 9 and Edinburgh 8. Okay, this is Leeds. Not drinking water. That's really pretty, isn't it? Some absolutely beautiful buildings there. And some dinosaurs, apparently. Okay, so that's Leeds, either 8th or 9th on our list. And that is in the north of the country, in Yorkshire. Next up, also a bit of a rival city actually, is Sheffield, which is just here. Also a big city in Yorkshire, South Yorkshire I believe. Sheffield has a population of 544,000. Beautiful Celtic cross there, more akin to somewhere in Wales, Scotland or Ireland. Sheffield's quite famed for its past with manufacturing and do they call it the Steel City? Oh yes, the article says based upon the manufacturing of steel and steel products. Or metallurgy if you're being fancy. Stunning buildings, wow. Some nice art as well. Okay, so that's Sheffield in at number 7 on our list. So next we have Manchester. I've sort of been to Manchester when I was a kid, but I don't remember much. I'd like to go as an adult. So Manchester here, very close to Liverpool, also in the north. This has a population of 554,000. And it's quite famous for having two very, very famous football clubs, but also its canal system. This is German Glühwein. Looks like a winter market. And a goose. Is that Queen Victoria? I can't tell. Very nice as well. So that's Manchester, just to the northeast of Wales. Then at number 5, one of my favourite cities in England, somewhere I've been several times, is Bristol. Bristol, very easy to get to from Wales, only about 90-minute drive from my house. A really pretty place and very bohemian, big student numbers there. So Bristol has a population of 572,000 people. I've been to Bristol about 1, 2, 3 times this year, possibly 4. Very pretty. It's a very good place for eating and a night out as well as all these nice buildings. And of course the bridge, which they're reinforcing the steel at the moment, aren't they? And that goes over this massive gorge. It's quite a sight. So that's Bristol, and that is our number 5 for today with 572,000. Okay, we're in the top 5, so let's go to Liverpool. Liverpool right on the border with Wales. So when I went to Liverpool, I drove up through Wales and we went through Wrexham, which is, where's Wrexham gone? Denbigh, Ruthin, Llangollen. Wrexham's there. Went up through Wrexham and then we went this way and then you go up under the Mersey. I think we went under the Mersey. Probably through Birkenhead. I can't remember where the tunnel is. And yeah, so we've got Liverpool just here. Very important city. I read somewhere that the regional accent, which is very distinctive in the UK, often words that end in a k sound will be pronounced as a h sound, which is obviously not in standard. That sound of a h isn't in standard English. And as a linguist, I'm quite interested in things like this, and apparently it's influenced by all the Irish, because there's a very large Irish heritage in this particular city due to the port, and taking workers to work in the port over many years, centuries ago. And so yeah, it's apparently due to Irish pronunciation, but possibly from Gaelic itself, influencing the English spoken there. And having been to Liverpool, it was absolutely lovely, particularly this area down here at the front. Stunning building, isn't it? You can't see them very clearly, maybe we'll see a picture in a second, but at the top here are a mythical creature called a liver bird. You can just about see it there on the top. I went to view, this is a picture from Eurovision, I was there for Eurovision, that was the purpose of me going. So yeah, this was where the fan park was, right at the front here. And then the stadium was just up there, I think. Ah yes, and that was floating around in this area. There's an amazing Thai restaurant up here. I can highly recommend it. Particularly if, like my friend, you're gluten-free and dairy-free. So that is Liverpool, which was number 4, 579,000. Let's do top 3 then. So to do that, we're going to have to leave England, because Glasgow, which I was hinting at earlier on, not Greenock, Glasgow is despite not being the capital, Edinburgh is the capital of Scotland, but Glasgow is the largest city by population, and it has a population of 612,000 people. Wow. Am I right in thinking that Glasgow hosted the Commonwealth Games a couple of years ago? Was it Glasgow or Edinburgh? Or maybe it was Edinburgh actually. The article says its metropolitan population, so that's the area outside of the main city as well, it actually comes up to 1.8 million, making it more than 1/4 of the total of the population of Scotland. I thought the population of Scotland was 10 million. This article might be wrong, we never know. Oh, goodness forbid, I might be wrong. It has been known. That would be a lovely picture if it wasn't blurred. Okay, so top 2, I think we know what's number 1 in the UK. And most of us know what number 2 is as well. Birmingham is the second city, as we call it. So number 2 in this list is Birmingham with a population of 1.15 million people. So there are only 2 cities in the whole of the UK with over 1 million people in them. So Birmingham, right on the border with Wales. Complete, it is called the Midlands for a reason. It's right in the middle. And yes, we don't pronounce it Birmingham. We pronounce it Birmingham. Birmingham. So I went to Birmingham as a kid. I remember going to the Bull Ring, which is like the sort of shopping centre, which they've spent so much money on recently. And then a couple of years ago I went near that area because I just went to see, there's the bull for the bull ring. I went to see a concert. I actually went to see Celine Dion in concert before she fell ill. It was amazing. I think it was maybe like the year before COVID or something. And I was so impressed. They spent so much money on the centre. It looked incredible. So that is Birmingham at number 2, and obviously we have London. Now check this. I'm not sure many countries, oh yeah, they probably do actually, but it's a stark contrast between the rest of the country. So we said that apart from Birmingham, no city in the UK had 1 million. In fact, because number 3, Glasgow, has only got 612,000, it's nowhere even near 1 million. Apart from Birmingham itself, which has 1.1 million. But then we get to London. And London's population is 9 million. In the UK, we sometimes kind of jokingly say that London's like a different country. It's like Northern Ireland, Scotland, Wales, England, and London, because it's so different from the rest of the UK. Fancy breakfast looking at the London Bridge. It's the River Thames. I used to live quite close to London, so I know it quite well. It's Big Ben. It's not the Cutty Sark in there, is there? No, I don't think so. I think it's just a museum. St. Patrick's Day Festival, apparently. And there's Trafalgar Square with the big lion statues. London Bridge again. All the big skyscrapers of the city. It's the Houses of Parliament next to Big Ben. That's where, technically, the Houses of Parliament is just a castle, and it's being repaired, I think, at the moment. That's the Royal Palace. This is what we call the Mall. The Mall, I think is actually pronounced the Mall. Buckingham, not that. This Buckingham Palace. That's not. Is that the Tate? That might be the Royal Tate Art Museum. I can't tell though. Like a church. Is that the Shard? The tallest building in the UK? You can pay to go up the top, but apparently in order to do so it's like the most expensive most expensive one in the world to go up to the top and take a picture or whatever in the world. There we are, that's London. So that is the UK, and we've given a little nod to all the 4 countries. I don't want to leave, there we are, get them in the top there. So that's the UK, and those were the top 25 with an honourable mention to Swansea as well. Can't leave Swansea out of a video on this channel, can we? I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, why don't you click that like button? Feel free to comment. Tell me if you think some of the stats on this article are wrong. It was like the 6th article I looked at and they were all different. So, and if you enjoyed and you've never been here before and you like it and you want more, then click subscribe. I've done this for the US, I've done it for Africa, for the world, and I've got plans to do it for lots of places very soon. So if you have any suggestions, you can give me a comment. Maybe you want me to do the top 10 cities in, I don't know, Poland, or whereabouts, Germany next, or maybe just Asia, South America. Let me know.